And here we go. The Chargers are expected to make another move to their tight end room, this time with a really reliable run blocker, but also a guy who will make some plays with the football in his hands as well. Not only Will Dissly, but also Hayden Hurst is expected to sign with the LA Chargers after his visit with the team today, according to Ari Meirov. Now in this video, we are going to break down everything I know about Hayden Hurst and why I think this is potentially a very under the radar type of move for them, but also kind of hints that they're not going to go tight end in the draft. They're okay with Will Dissly. They're okay with Hayden Hurst and Donald Parham. I think this is a smart move. Let's break it down. Before we jump in though, subscribe if you're new. It's free, doesn't cost anything. But also, make sure you guys comment down below a letter grade for the Chargers so far. They bring in Will Dissly, Gus Edwards, they cut Mike Williams, they had no cap space, but finally cap space is available, and this is what they do. Let's talk about it. Now, the first thing you'll notice about Hayden Hurst is he is a very good run blocker. The man is extremely good run blocking, pass blocking, whatever you need him to do, he will do it for you. One of those guys who, just does what he's told. He plays his role and has no ego at all. These are one of the guys you want. I mean, quite frankly, he's like a little baby Thor, right? He's massive, he's big, he blocks well, and he can truck through guys like it's nothing. As you see there, carries like 2 defenders on his back the whole time. Another thing you like about him is just his consistency. Now, over his career, 195 catches, over 1,900 yards, and 15 touchdowns. When you go back to 2020 in Atlanta, he had a career year of 56 catches, 570 yards, and 6 touchdowns. So yes, he can be a red zone threat as well if you need him to be. But you also bring in a guy like Will Dissly, who is very similar, right? Does the little things that makes your football team better, and Hayden Hurst as well. Now you have 2 really solid, versatile tight ends. They won't wow you in terms of their athleticism or their pass catching ability, but they will wow you in terms of their production on the smaller things about football. Now you also have to think about, listen, when we want to sign a guy to our team, you need them to love football. They have to love football and not just the money behind it. These 2 guys, Will Dissly and Hayden Hurst, love the game of football, love the sport, right? And that is extremely important when you talk about adding guys to your football team, right? Great catch here by Hayden Hurst, and like I said, sometimes he will wow you in this scenario, right? He is able to make these plays, right? A former first-round pick, he has all the talent in the world. He just has to put it together. Now, again, I'm not saying he's going to come in here, be the day one starter, put up 800 yards and 11 touchdowns. That's not something he's going to do. However, this is just a solid pickup for the Chargers, right? Last season, their offense was really, really bad. They could barely move the football, ranking number 20 in pass play percentage. They also ranked number 15 in completion percentage, 28 in yards per pass. I mean, just terrible. 29 in pass yards per game. Obviously, the offensive line needs a lot of work, and maybe they go out and bring in an offensive lineman in the draft. Who knows? But this is just another solid addition, right? Let me know what you guys think down below. But I feel like this offense is starting to, we're starting to see what it could look like, right? Now, again, there's still so much work to do. You got Quentin Johnston, Joshua Palmer, Keenan Allen as your wide receivers. You need some depth. After cutting Mike Williams, you need to go out and draft a receiver, whether that be with your first round pick. Yeah, probably want to do that, right? Will Dissly, Hayden Hurst, I'm okay with those guys as your tight end, at least for year 1 under Jim Harbaugh, right? Gus Edwards, I love. I think Gus Edwards has the potential to be a 1,000-yard rusher this season, right? You also still have Isaiah Spiller and Elijah Dotson, who I like as well. Overall, I think the Chargers are making the right moves. But I'll tell you what, there is still so much work to do, man. You talk about their secondary right now. I mean, you bring back Alohi Gilman. I love that, right? You also talk about Derwin James. He's still here. Asante Samuel Jr. But then you get a guy like Dean Leonard. And, I think Jasir Taylor's still there. Chris Wilcox, right? There is definitely room to improve, especially in the DB room. You got to go bring in some more DBs, whether it be in free agency or the NFL draft. Whatever it is, go get some more talent. But Hayden Hurst, I mean, look at this man. Look at this man, right? Gets the ball over the middle, a quick little stick route. One is going to break a tackle by Landon Roberts, breaks another leg tackle, which is extremely hard to do, and then trucks forward for an extra 4 or 5 yards. I mean, maybe even like 8 yards, 10 yards. I mean, this dude's insane, okay? Love this pickup. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next Chargers video. Peace.